This girl is on fire. This girl is on fire. She's making falafel. Falafel time. Guys, it is falafel time. I've been super excited to do this one. As you can see, there's quite a few ingredients that go into making falafel, but you do it once, you toss it into a food processor, blend it up, let it do its thing, and you've got homemade falafel. There's literally a place down the street from us that we visit all the time, so this has been an incredible money saver for me. I hope it will be for you too. Also guys, I just wanted to thank you. This is my 10th video. I cannot believe there's been 10 videos on Duthie Dining. I wanted to thank everybody for watching, liking, sharing, subscribing, all that. It's been a lot of fun to cook with you guys during quarantine. So a huge shout out and thank you for tuning in. We're gonna do something special on this one and we're gonna dive in and make some amazing falafel. So stay tuned if you wanna check this one out. Alright guys, it is falafel time and I am super excited about this one because falafel happens to be one of my absolute favorite things to eat. So I know it looks like a couple ingredients out here on the table, but let's dive into everything you are going to need to make these amazing falafels from home. So I like my falafel pretty fresh, pretty herby. So on the board I have here some fresh parsley, some mint, some cilantro to just get your taste buds enthralled. We also have, of course, the star of the show, some chickpeas. Now I really recommend using dried chickpeas, then rehydrating them with water because these are from a can and the difference is they've already been cooked. So we're gonna need to add some flour to make it work, but it's quarantine. These are what I have, so we're gonna work with those. Some red onion, some lemon. We've got our spices out here on the table. We've got some salt, some cumin, ground coriander, some garlic, of course, some vegetable oil for frying. And then if we pan over here, we've got some plain yogurt and some feta for our yogurt sauce. Some apple cider vinegar to pickle our cucumber and red onion for the very end, and that is absolutely everything. So let's dive in and kick this off. Alright guys, so diving right in, we are going to start with a really quick pickle for the end to just toss on a really fresh ingredient. And so what I have for the pickle is a cucumber and some red onion, some apple cider vinegar, and a lot of salt. I mean, this is the quickest pickle ever. So I'm going to chop it up and I'll meet you on the other side when we add the pickling ingredients. So I've got my cucumber and red onion chopped. I'm going to go ahead and add it to a bowl. And so what I'm going to do with this is, it's not an exact science, but I'm going to take my tablespoon measure and measure out about 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. And I'm going to toss all of these veggies into that. And then I'm going to add a decent amount of salt because that's kind of what the pickling does, is it mixes with the vinegar and the salt. And I'm just going to go ahead and toss these together and let it sit while we do the rest of the falafel. And we will have a perfect little pickled bite for the finishing touches of our falafel. Alright, so next up we are going to dive into not the star of the show, but next best, which is the creamy yogurt feta sauce. So first what you're gonna need to do is add some of that plain yogurt into a food processor. And then take your feta, don't be afraid to get your hands up in there and just break it up into little chunks into your food processor. It's obviously gonna blend it all together, so it doesn't have to be perfect. We're gonna do a nice fresh handful of some green parsley here, right in. A couple squeezes of some lemon juice, just like that. And then we're gonna just do some salt and pepper to taste. And a little splash of olive oil. And we're gonna blend it up, and that's all there is to it, to the creamy yogurt sauce. All right, guys, so this is what you'll have on the other side of that amazing sauce. It's thick and rich and creamy, but it's gonna be the perfect spread on the top of the falafel. Already smells amazing. Okay, it's time for the star ingredient, the chickpeas themselves. So we've rinsed them and drained them. What we're gonna do is pop them into our amazing blitzer here, our food processor, just like that. And we're gonna give these guys a little blitz first up before we incorporate some of the other ingredients. So just give it a little pulse, just like this. And then once they've broken down, just like that, we are gonna go in with lots of our fresh chopped up herbs here. So we've got our parsley, some cilantro, and some mint all going right in. And then we're gonna do some of our garlic and our spice mixture. My food processor here is about at max capacity, so we're gonna do this in a few stages, but that is totally okay. And I'm gonna go in with a little bit of fresh lemon juice here to start off the show. Okay, and we'll give that a little blitz. All right, so at this point I like to take something to stir it together with, just to make sure everything is getting an even chop. And now what we're gonna do is add in some of our fresh red onion. And I like to do my flour in stages because I don't wanna over add it. So what I'm gonna do is go in with 2 tablespoons and 1 teaspoon, I forgot to mention, of baking soda, which will help it when we are frying it. So that's gonna go right in. And again, we're gonna pop this on and go for another quick blitz. All right, so once your mixture can come together in little balls without being too wet to the touch, just like that, you've got your perfect falafel dough, so to speak, just like that, ready to be fried. All right, guys, so we have our falafel ready to go, made into little shaped balls here. And we have our vegetable oil, which has heated up to temperature. Of course, I'll list that below what you're looking for. And so all we're gonna do, I'm just gonna take a little spoon here and we're gonna drop it right into the oil. And I'm probably gonna do about no more than 4 at a time. And then I'll leave those in until they're perfectly golden brown on each side, and I will show you what they look like when they are totally done. Once they're near done, they will pop up to the surface, be golden brown, and yeah, look amazing. All right, guys, so they are golden brown, perfect on the outside. That's what they're gonna look like, and all we're gonna do is place them onto some paper towel there so that the excess oil can drain off. And then we are basically there. We're gonna assemble this once they've cooled off a little bit, and we'll see you guys for the taste test. All right, guys, we've got the amazing setup down here. So I'm gonna format my falafel into my little pita here, and I just cannot wait to dive into this. So I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I think I'm gonna take a little bit of our creamy feta sauce and place that in the bottom. I think next I'm gonna take some of that golden brown falafel, place that right inside. And then a tiny bit of our pickled red onion and our cucumber. Just like that. A couple pieces over top. And then to polish it off, some of that amazing yogurt sauce. I mean, come on. Who wouldn't want to dive into a bite of that? All right, guys, it's that time. We are finished with our amazing falafel sandwich. I'm ready for a taste test, and I hope that you guys are gonna give this a try if you enjoyed the making of this falafel. So I'm gonna dive in, but before I do, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell down below, leave a comment, and definitely test these out at home. You won't regret it. So it's time. Let's dive in. Woohoo! So good. You guys have got to try this. The best. See you next time.